अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह नहमदुहु व नस्तईनुहु व नस्तगफिरुहु व नु'मिनु बिही व नतवक्कलु अलैहि व नऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिन शुरूरि अनफुसिना व मिन सय्यिआति अअमालिना मन यहदिहिल्लाहु फला मुज़िल्ल लहु व मन युज़लिलहु फला हादिय लहु व नशहदु अन ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाहु वहदहु ला शरीका लहु व नशहदु अन्न सय्यदना व सनदना व हबीबना व मौलाना मुहम्मदन अब्दुहु व रसूलुहु सल्लल्लाहु तबारक व तआला अलैहि व अला आलिहि व सहबिहि अजमईन। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। सुब्हानक ला इल्म लना इल्ला मा अल्लमतना इन्नका अंतल अलीमुल हकीम। रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा वरज़ुक़नी फ़हमा। My dear brothers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And dear sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, welcome to our live program coming to you, MashaAllah, live from Al Khair Iqra studios here in Bradford. Alhamdulillah, MashaAllah. I hope you had a wonderful Jum'ah Mubarak today and you've read lots of salawat upon Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You've read your Surah Kahf as well, inshallah. And your Jummah Salat. May Allah Ta'ala accept your good actions and give us tawfiq to do more. Ameen Ya Rabb. Today, inshallah, I'm going to mention to you a snack which is so good, it reverses your brain deterioration by 2 years. Like, last week I mentioned about grapes, how good grapes are for you. Today, it's about another snack. Whereas if you have 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon, 10 grams of this snack, then it can reverse your brain decline by 2 years, 60%. The study looked at the antioxidant packed food and found it could hold back brain aging by up to 60% or by 2 years. Now this is in a time where Alzheimer's and dementia rates are they're climbing through the clouds. This snack, MashaAllah, reverses this decline. It can stabilize it, alhamdulillah. I'm going to mention to you what this snack is, and I want you to benefit yourself by starting on this amazing snack every day. And I'm also going to, inshallah, talk about the benefits of kefir. Nowadays, kefir is very, very famous. Everybody's having kefir. It's so good for your stomach. It's good for your cholesterol, for your heart health, your cancer levels. In fact, if you have it every day, if you have 200 ml for 6 weeks, it brings down all the markers for inflammatory markers, your C-reactive protein, your interleukin 6, your ESR, erythrocyte sedimentation rate, all these important markers which indicate high cholesterol. So we talk about that as well. And then finally, inshallah, I'm going to talk about tinea capitis. You know what tinea capitis is? You may have seen some people who have round, like ringworm infection on their hair. Sometimes they have it on their face, on their bodies, round ringworm. And if it's on the head, it's known as tinea capitis. It's a fungal infection and it causes hair to fall out. It causes, sometimes in severe cases, lichenification, which is like scarring, and pus to come out as well. I'm going to go through 10 remedies for this, inshallah, because many people have this issue where their hair falls out, what you may have heard called balchera, and they are in considerable distress. Ladies more than men, even men, when they have round patches of hair just disappearing from their head. And sometimes these small patches, they join up, and then you have a whole area on your scalp full of bald patches. So we're going to mention them as well. First of all, 2 teaspoons of a snack can cut cholesterol and boost brain function. मैं यही अर्ज़ कर रहा था कि आज इंशाल्लाह हम आपसे गुफ्तगू करेंगे एक ख़ास खाने के मुतालिक, जिसके खाने से इंसान का जो दिमाग है उसके अंदर क़ुव्वत और ताकत आ जाती है, और जो यानी नुज़ूल होता है, तनज़्ज़ुल होता है, डिक्लाइन होती है, डिजेनरेशन होता है, जिसकी वजह से फिर आदमी को अल्ज़ाइमर्स हो सकता है, डिमेंशिया हो सकता है, आदमी के जो दिमाग के अंदर जो रीजनिंग होती है, जो यानी मेंटल ताकत होती है, जब आदमी की उम्र पीछे होती है तो ये होता रहता है कि आदमी का दिमाग जो है कमज़ोर होता रहता है, आदमी की याददाश्त कमज़ोर होती है, आदमी का जो यानी अक़लियात जो होते हैं, माकूल बातें, रीजनिंग जो है वो भी कमज़ोर होता रहता है। तो ये है जो यानी कि ये जो सुपर फूड है, अगर आप ये हर दिन खाएंगे 1 टेबल स्पून 10 ग्राम, तो इंशाअल्लाह ये आपके दिमाग को इतना फ़ायदा देगा कि 2 साल के अंदर जो नुज़ूर होता है वो उसके रुकावट उसकी रोकथाम करता है और रिवर्स करता है। और 60% यानी इससे ब्रेन के एजिंग को ये यानी बंद करता है। It reduces the aging of the brain by 60%. It's amazing. So the way our body ages, yeah, our skin ages, our beards become kind of gray and then white. Inside our body, we have free radical damage. Same thing in our brains, my friends. Allah Ta'ala has made it so that our brains also degenerate. The Quran Sharif says, yeah, in the Quran Majid, Allah Ta'ala, He mentions Himself, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, لكي إلى أرض العمر. Yeah, so some people, they go to a أرض العمر لكي لا يعلم من بعد علم شيئا. When they come to such an age that even after knowing, they still then don't know. Yani senility, dementia, Alzheimer's, where you know everything in life, but you come to such an old age, now you don't remember. You can't remember your grandchildren's names. You can't remember your son's name. And sometimes you don't know your own name. You don't know your daughter, your son. This is the state where people can reach through dementia because of brain aging. In fact, I mentioned before as well that situation when you get dementia, that's known as type 3 diabetes, where your brain isn't getting the nutrition, the kind of the sugar it needs to function. And this is why I mentioned then as well that you should definitely have, if you want to ward off this from happening, you should be having triglycerides which are found in coconut oil. Have coconut oil every day, 2 tablespoons, and inshallah you will not get this dementia, inshallah, or even Alzheimer's. Because this medium chain triglycerides, fatty acids, they provide the correct source of food for the brain. So in diabetes, what happens is that your cells will not open up. They are what's called insulin resistant, meaning that the amount of insulin your body, your pancreas produces is not enough for the cells to open and take the sugar or the glucose inside. So your body can't produce more. So when it can't produce more, you have a situation where your blood is full of high glucose level, which causes damage to the nerves of the eyes, to your kidneys, causes so much metabolic syndrome. It's very, very dangerous. So this snack, you are probably wondering what it is. It's as simple as peanuts. A handful of peanuts every day. In fact, precisely, you should have how much? Every day, a tablespoon or 2 teaspoons of nuts, specifically peanuts, but all nuts count. If you have every single day with your tea or your beverage, you have a tablespoon of nuts, alhamdulillah, you can have more than that, but at least that. This will arrest the degeneration of your brain by 2 years. It can reverse 2 years of brain aging. That's a very big thing. And also can cook cholesterol. Now cholesterol obviously is not the demon that everybody paints it to be. There's far more dangerous things. And cholesterol is, if you look at it, the HDL is very, very healthy. What chicken embryo is made from? Cholesterol. Why do every cell of the body have cholesterol? And studies have shown, if you go to PubMed and you do your research, you will see that cholesterol, people who have high cholesterol over 60, amazingly, they live longer than people who have low cholesterol. They survive pneumonia much better than people who have low cholesterol. So it's not cholesterol by itself. It's actually homocysteine levels and other triglycerides which are very, very high. And sugars are one of the main causes behind all these things. So, barhal, this snack reduces cholesterol and it boosts brain function. And it can hold back brain aging by up to 60% or 2 years. So this is according to a study done by Australian researchers that eating nuts every day on a long-term basis could be the key to older people maintaining and even improving their memory and thinking skills. So one is memory and one is thinking skills. Memory, yadasht. Thinking skills, how to have a rational conversation. Thinking skills, both of these things decline as you get older. Memory and thinking skills. This is why as our parents age, we can't expect them to be the same as they once were. Because as their body becomes frail, yeah, their muscles become frail, their heart becomes frail, their liver becomes frail. Similarly, their brain becomes frail as well. And this is why you have to be aware of this and you have to do their khidmah. May Allah give us tawfiq to do khidmah of our parents, those of us who still have this honor of having parents. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Because shaitan tries his best to make sure you don't. And you have to understand this. If you understand that as your parents age, their brain ages as well, then you'll understand, and it'll be like a door, a closed door to the attacks of shaitan, who comes and does waswasa to you. Waswasil khannas, who comes and puts thoughts in your brain, bad thoughts obviously, and then retreats, then comes again. That's what I mean by waswasil khannas, alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, who it puts insinuations in the hearts and the bosoms of mankind. So once you understand that your parents are frail and they will, as they age, their mind and their rational skills and thinking skills will also decline, then you will understand that they are not doing anything intentionally, they're not being malevolent, rather it's just how Allah has designed us, because we are not designed to be on the planet forever. How long? Allah knows, 60 years, 50 years. Some people go a lot earlier, some a bit later, but we're all designed to leave the dunya. We're not designed to be here forever. The place of eternity is paradise or Jahannam. May Allah grant us paradise, and may Allah keep us safe from Jahannam. So you will have degeneration. What we ask Allah Ta'ala out of His, His beneficence is to grant us a healthy life and an honorable life, and then an honorable and a dignified return to Allah. This is where the dua of Rasulullah comes to mind. Allahumma inni as'aluka 'ishatan naqiyyah wa meetatan sawiyyah wa maraddan ghayra mukhzin wa la fadih. Aw kama qala an-nabiy sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Oh Allah, we ask from you 'ishatan naqiyyah, clean life. A clean life, free from tribulations, free from complications, free from being tested, inshallah. Ishatan naqiyya, then wameetatan sawiyya, a comfortable death. May Allah Ta'ala give us a comfortable death. You have to leave the dunya. That transition is called death. May Allah make it comfortable for us. Ameen ya Rabb. And then وَمَرَدًّا غَيْرَ مُخْزٍ وَلَا فَاضِحٍ. May Allah give us a return to Allah which is neither mukhzin wala fadih. It's not disgraceful and it's not humiliating. May Allah give us an honorable return to Him, not in the state of disgrace and humiliation. Isn't this amazing, the dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Allahumma inni as'aluka 'ishatan naqiyya wa meetatan sawiyya wa maraddan ghayra mukhzin wala fadih. Oh Allah, grant us a clean life and a comfortable death and a return to you which is neither humiliating nor disgraceful. So those of us who have elderly people, and even for our own benefits, we should start this snack of a tablespoon of nuts every single day. And the benefits of nuts is so obvious. I normally prescribe omega-3 fatty acids for all these issues, especially for ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, even for schizophrenia, manic depression and bipolar, never mind mild to moderate depression. Why? Because these nuts contain the same thing as fish oil. They contain omega-3 fatty acids. Your brain is made, a large part of it is made from omega-3 fatty acids. This is when a lady gives birth to a child, the child's brain is made from omega-3 fatty acids, from these, this chaknahat kind of oil. Now when the mother has this child in her womb, the child is being fed from the mother, and all the stores and all the omega-3s are going from the mom. Now when the child is born, the mother breastfeeds the child. Any remaining omega-3s the child's brain needs as he's growing older, he gets from the mother. So can you imagine the mother, if she's not always replenishing her own supplies, her supplies of omega-3 are finite. They will finish. And then what symptoms can you expect from a mother? You can expect symptoms of depression. This is one of the major causes of postnatal depression. Postnatal depression, a massive theory is this, that the child is taking the omega-3s from the mother as he's growing, and then after childbirth, when he's drinking milk from the mother, so the mother's omega-3, obviously, the quantity is less, or sometimes non-existent, or very, very less. So she then becomes depressed. It's simple. Also, they become very, very anxious and can have panic attacks. So if you don't want to go into that state, or your loved one not to go into that state, then you should give them omega-3 fatty acids. Very, very important. If you can't find anything else, you can always find cod liver oil at your normal grocer. get that. And I normally suggest you emulsify it with the Tropicana orange juice in a small glass jar, small jam jar, and then like 20-30 times you hit it on your hand, it's emulsified, and then you drink it. This will bypass the liver and you'll get a lot of the omega-3s into your brain, and you can look forward to a happy existence. It makes a person very calm, hence why it's recommended for dyslexia and dyspraxia and ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is it calms you. It makes you into a diplomatic person. You don't become violent. But you need to take it for 6 months to a year to see the effects, and then you continue with it for as long as you can. Some people say, okay, fish oil is too hot. Fine, go and get some flaxseed oils. You get the same omega-3 from there. And if you don't like that, then go to nuts. So this study says if you want to keep dementia away, again, it's affecting the mind, the brain. Omega-3s are for the brain. These symptoms of Alzheimer's dementias affect the brain. Anger, ADHD is all a brain, symptoms of the brain, imbalance in the brain. So nuts are always good for the brain. You've seen walnuts. If you understand the doctrine of signatures says that Allah Ta'ala has made everything in such a way that it looks just like the organ it's going to help. So if you look at the walnut, it looks like the brain, and mashallah, it acts upon the brain with wonderful results. So this study was done in China or Chinese adults, 4,800 of them to be precise, over the age of 55, and they had 10 grams of nuts or more. And from these guys, the lead researcher, Dr. Ming Li, says that this is the first study to report an association between cognition and nut intake in older Chinese adults, providing important insights into increasing mental health issues, including dementia faced by our aging population. That applies to us as well, the Asian community. In fact, we have more. So Dr. Lee of the University of South Australia, the lead researcher, says by eating more than 10 grams or 2 teaspoons or a tablespoon daily, older people can improve their cognitive function by 60%. They can improve their cognitive function by 60% compared to those who are not eating the nuts. That means they can be warding off normally the aging that can be experienced in a 2-year period. तो बहुत बड़ी बात है कि जो आदमी नट्स खाते हैं, बादाम है, पिस्ता है, चलगोज़े हैं, अखरोट है या पीनट्स हैं, उनके दिमाग के अंदर तक़वियत आ जाती है, बल्कि 60% जो ब्रेन डिक्लाइन होती है उसके रिवर्सल उनको मिल जाएगा ये नट्स खाने से. तो जो लोग इस तरह नट्स खाते हैं हर दिन, तो उनके जो जहन मजबूत रहता है, उनका याददाश्त मजबूत रहती है, उनका जो अक्ल और उनकी सोच वगैरह मजबूत रहती है. डिमेंशिया अल्जाइमर्स के जो नुकसानात हैं इंशाअल्लाह उसके भी तलाफ़ी होगी, और उम्मीद है कि वो आदमी उससे बच जाएगा इंशाअल्लाह ताला. तो ये हमारे लिए फ़ायदा की बात है कि हर आदमी इस तरह शुरू कर ले. हर दिन 1 टेबलस्पून के अंदर कितने नट्स आते हैं? How much can you get in a tablespoon? Just a few nuts. Have them at least, and if you want more, have more. And this will really help you, especially in this day and age where there's so much Alzheimer's and dementia. Now this was regarding nuts. We're going to go for a break now, inshallah, in 16 seconds, and then after that we are going to talk about the benefits of kefir, this superfood which is so good for your gut. 70% of your immune system is in the gut. But inshallah, more after the break. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.